Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to BandLab Plus Coffee. It's time to wake up, wind up, and queue up with another excellent track. But it's not just any normal day, because you see, I'm judging the WAG contest, and it is round 3. These are my judges' reactions to the 4 semifinalist tracks. We did round 1, round 3, Mashup1, Team 1, and that's already posted on the channel. This is round 3, Mashup1, Team number 2, and that's going to be PinkyZu and Maria 1967. So, without further ado, to the left.
Let the music unlock your heart. It's time to collaborate.
You're part of a family. I'm DJ Tatius, and this is BandLab Plus Coffee.
To the left.
Over here on the lab, we do have the WAG, round 3, Mashup1, Team number 2, PinkyZu and Maria 1967. Their genre was pop, and they are competing against Tonal Android and Ozzy RJS, who I did a reaction for in the previous video you can see on the channel. So without further ado, let's take a listen. Ooh, ambient. I want to know if this is MIDI or if this was played. Panning echoes. Throwing some harms in there. Ooh, that was good. Is that a falsetto upper octave in the back? Ooh, that was a good hit. These dynamics, though. Your name in my heart, so deep. Night will fade. Ooh. Is it just listen to me? Cha, 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 listen to me.
Our love is not dead. Don't you say this is the end. The sun will shine again. You'll see it for yourself. The sun will shine again. You'll see it. You and me holding hands.
The low pass bells mixed with that guitar. Boom. Or is it just octave?
Sun will shine again.
The thump of like the djembe.
You
Or is that a cajon? That's a cajon. It's got to be. And then we let it ring out. That was fantastic. Wow. It was very ambient. Reminded me a lot of Plum and Lisa Miskovsky. I think that's how you pronounce her name. Man, really great way that we approach the vocal style. Very pop in a sense that we are using a lot of high end of the frequency spectrum to do our percussive elements, but none of it is just basic hi-hat. So while we do have a hi-hat style rhythm, it's more trap hats, but mixed with multiple percussive elements. And not only are they mixed, but we have a couple of different effects going on there that we'll get into in just a moment. So with that, let's move on to two things I love and one thing I want more of. The first thing I love about this track is right here, and I'm going to play it again.
Don't break my heart.
Not only does it rise, but it hits, right? It resolves. Don't break my heart. It is a treat to listen to that vocal stack because that particular high octave or harmony or whatever we're doing there doesn't happen until that moment, which makes it special. Subsequently, I don't believe, this is my first listen, but I don't believe it happens again. So if I go here, I have the airy, wispy, but it doesn't come front and center until I get over here. One more time.
Don't break my heart.
Song's worth it for that alone. I mean, this is a phenomenal track, but 227 or 225, whenever that part starts. Whew, that's the one thing I love, and gosh, that's fantastic. The second thing I love are these percussive elements. Listen to how they begin the song. We've got the guitar, and then as soon as we bring in those percussive elements, you've got that Linkin Park My December vibe mixed with those ambient pop rock stars like Plum and, again, Lisa Miskovsky. So one of the things I was going to mention earlier, I wanted to save for this because the second thing I love is these drums or these percussive elements. We not only have the hits, but we have varying levels of delay and reverb. So we're washing certain things and we're panning certain things and we're delaying certain things. So it's not just it's right? We have different tones, we have different timing, we have different panning, we have some different volumes, and then of course we have that thump that keeps us moving boom, boom, throughout the track. Boom, boom, boom. And so all of these percussive elements are actually what keep our track not only on time, but moving forward. The vocals themselves, while fantastic, need percussive elements like this to give us variation in the track. If we're going to have vocal ambience, which lets us tune in or maybe even tune out, but just vibe, it lets us vibe, we really, really need something to keep us bouncing, whether it's bouncing through the track, bouncing through our dreams, bouncing with the subtitles for a sing-along, whatever we're doing, we need that. And that's very One Republic if we're going to wash out a clap or a snap or a rim hit or all of that. It's 100% One Republic. I'm here for it. It's very pop, very pop. Let's do this again.
So take my hand, don't break my heart.
That all being said, if there's one thing I want more of in this track, it's I want you to go full Justin Timberlake. His 2020 Experience album comes to mind, not because of the vocals, not because of the percussion necessarily, but when Timbaland gets a hold of Justin Timberlake's tracks, it becomes things like the 2020 Experience or Cry Me a River, or when pop music kind of had this meld and mesh with like flirting with hip hop, but you never got hip hop vocals. It just kind of like it aired and verged on beats as opposed to instrumentals rather. And so what I think you need something in the background that makes it kind of nasty. You need a contrast between the with something that's more like like you just need something nasty to contrast that really ambient pop. For instance, in Justin Timberlake's 2020 Experience, there is Mirror. Everyone knows the wow, 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 the mirror staring back at me, right? But we get towards the end of the song and we go into this minute and a half like outro that's you are the love of my life. You are the love of my life. And we have those really intimate, like Justin Timberlake vocals that are soft, mixed with this kind of icky, dissonant, like, but that creates a focal point and rounds out the track in a way as part of the frequency spectrum that we haven't explored for the rest of the song. So if I play it like this, indulge me.
Stay close to me, don't turn it.
Wait for it.
The storm will pass, the night will fade, the skies will clear, the clouds will break apart. So take my hand, don't break my heart.
So good. Would just give another little piece of ear candy for someone to hang on to. And it's not going to be front and center with the vocals. It's going to be in back. It's going to be washed out. You're going to kill all the transients. So it's going to just be that instead of take my hand, don't break my heart. It's going to be almost as if you are sampling it and playing it on a MIDI keyboard. That is the one thing I want more of. Just a little bit of nastiness to go with everything that's awesome about this track. And, you know, with that being said, this is a pop song. So I can't wait to write those scores down, give them to you on the scoring process. This song has been my absolute pleasure. And I very much appreciate both teams coming to the pop round with something distinctly pop for me as the pop judge to put my ears on. So thank you to Mashup number 1, Team 1 and Team 2, whether it be Tonal Android and RJS or PinkyZu and Maria. Good luck.